Hello and welcome to your 10-minute Pilates workout today. Today we don't need any equipment, so you'll just need your mat or something soft to lie down on. Let's go ahead and get started with some hundreds. So we're going to be lying down on our back. Hands are going to come down to our sides. Legs are going to come into a tabletop position here. We're going to tuck that chin, bringing our shoulders off the mat, arms down to our sides. We're going to start pumping those arms as we breathe in for 5 seconds. And out for 5 seconds. Keep that same breathing. If you need to release the head down to the mat, you're absolutely more than welcome to. But try and challenge yourself to get a nice full body warm up here. Good. Go ahead and release everything down to the mat. Legs can come out straight. Good. Next, we're going to go into our dead bug. So fingers are pointing towards the ceiling. Our legs are coming back to that tabletop position. We're going to send that right arm back as we send the left leg straight, and then we'll come back together in the center and alternate sides here. Take your time. This is a slow and controlled movement. That core should be activated the entire time. If you need to take a moment to breathe, do so while you're at the top. Good. Go ahead and lower everything down to the mat. Legs can come straight. We're going to tuck that right knee in, holding onto that knee. We're going to bring that left leg slightly off the mat. We're tucking that chin, head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. We're pulling in for 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Keep that same rhythm here for that single leg stretch. That second pull, we should be pulling that knee in even closer. Good, release everything down to the mat, legs can come straight. Good, next we're gonna go into our double leg stretch. So we're gonna tuck those knees in, head, neck, and shoulders off the mat here. Then we're gonna send our arms and legs out at the same time. We're gonna bring those arms down, around, and tuck in those knees. So we're sending everything out, down, around, tucking in those knees. This is definitely a more challenging movement. Might get you shaking a little bit. Challenge yourself here. See what you can do. Good. Tuck in those knees. We're going to rock side to side here. Good. Go ahead and extend those legs straight out. Next, we're going to go into our lower lift. So we're going to make our hands into a diamond shape. We're going to send those underneath our hips, making sure that you can wiggle your fingers here so that you're supporting the hips and not your back. We are leaving our head, neck, and shoulders on the mat as we lift both legs up at the same time, pointing towards the ceiling, and then we'll control those legs back down, hovering just over the mat, and then we're coming up. If you need to do one leg at a time here, that's a great way to modify. If you need to relax your legs for a moment at the bottom, go for it as well. But really challenge yourself to hover above the mat, controlling up as well as controlling down. Keep breathing here. We don't want to be holding our breath. Great. On your next one, go ahead and leave those legs down, release those hands. We're going to go right into our full sit-up. So fingers are pointing towards the ceiling. We're tucking that chin to bring those shoulders off the mat as we roll up one vertebrae at a time. We're reaching just past those toes. And then as we exhale, we're rolling back down one vertebrae at a time. Once those fingers are pointing towards the ceiling, that's your cue to go again. We're just going to do about 3 of these today, so once you get done with your third one, you can go ahead and stay lying down on the mat. We'll meet there. Good. Our next movement is going to be our bridge. So your arms are going to be down by your sides. As we go into that bridge, the way that we initiate that articulating bridge is we tuck those, or we squeeze those glutes, we tuck that tail, we tilt our pelvis, And that is what sends our back up one vertebrae at a time until we reach those shoulder blades. Once you reach those shoulder blades, you can go ahead and reverse it, rolling back down one vertebrae at a time. We're gonna go for 20 seconds here. This is not meant to be a fast movement by any means. We're really taking our time here. Good. Once you come down to the mat on your next one, go ahead and stay there. Next, we're going to go into our bridge marches. So the idea here is that we'll be in that bridge and we're bringing up one leg at a time. If you are unable to do so from that bridge, you are more than welcome to stay lying down on the mat, but keep that same march here. We've got about 10 more seconds. This is definitely a more challenging movement. If you need to take a rest, absolutely take it, but we've got 3 more seconds. Awesome. Go ahead and come down to the mat, straighten out those legs, shake it out, relax for a second. Good. Our next movement we're going to do is we're going to come back into the position of those hundreds. We are going to tuck that chin, shoulders are off the mat, arms are going to be down by our sides, but we're going to extend that right leg and we're going to start pumping those arms here with that right leg extended. Good. Go ahead and lower down to the mat. We're going to go back through that one more time. We'll obviously get the next leg on those hundreds next. So we're going to bring those hands underneath our hips. Wiggle those fingers. We're going for our lower lift. So go ahead and begin. Toes pointing towards the ceiling. We're controlling back down, hovering just over the mat, and sending those legs back up. Good. On your next one, leave those legs down on the mat. Release those hands. We're going to go right back to that full sit-up. So fingers are pointing towards the ceiling. We're tucking that chin, shoulders off the mat, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, reaching just past, and then we're rolling down as we exhale here. Really taking your time here. Same thing, we'll do 3 of these. So once you get to that third one, go ahead and lie down on the mat. Good. Once you find yourself lying down on your mat, go ahead and bend those knees, hands down by our side, go right back into that articulating bridge. Good. Go ahead and lower yourself back down. Maybe release those legs, shake it out for a second. We're going to go into one more set of those marches. So let's go ahead and lift up into that bridge and begin marching here. Alternating legs. Squeezing those glutes, keeping those hips up. Good. Go ahead and lower down to the mat slowly. Straighten out those legs. We are going to come into our tabletop here again. Head, neck, and shoulders coming off the mat by tucking that chin. Arms down by our sides. This time we're extending that left leg. Start pumping those arms. Breathing in for 5 seconds. And out for 5 seconds, keeping that same breathing pattern here. This is our last movement of our workout for today. Good. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lie all the way down on the mat. We're going to go ahead and do a quick figure 4 stretch. So we'll bend those knees. We'll bring that right ankle to cross over our left knee. We'll reach in between the legs and outside that left leg, pulling in here for a nice stretch in the back of that leg and in our glute here. Good. Go ahead and release that foot. We'll go ahead and switch sides. Reaching in the middle and outside, tucking that right leg in. Good. Go ahead and